Hey there, if you're feeling weighed down by student loans and you're working in public service, I've got some good news for you today. In this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know about the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, or PSLF for short. PSLF is a federal program designed to help people who work in public service get their student loans forgiven. This means if you're a teacher, nurse, government employee, or work for a nonprofit, you may be able to have your remaining student loans forgiven after making qualifying payments. Now that might sound amazing, and it is, but there are a few key steps you need to follow to make sure you qualify. So let's dive into it. First things first, to qualify for PSLF, you need to work at least 30 hours per week for a qualifying employer. This includes government organizations at any level, federal, state, or local, or a nonprofit organization that qualifies as tax exempt under Section 501c3 of the IRS Code. Quick tip, it doesn't matter what your job title is, what matters is who your employer is. So make sure your employer qualifies before you get too deep into this process. Next, you need to make 120 qualifying payments. That's 10 years of monthly payments. But here's the catch, it only works if you're enrolled in the right repayment plan. Payments made under an income-driven repayment plan count toward the 120 payments, but payments made under other plans might not. And this is super important. It's not just about making payments, it's about making the right payment under the right plan. PSLF only applies to federal direct loans. If you have other types of federal loans like FFEL or Perkins loans, they won't qualify unless you consolidate them into a direct consolidation loan. Don't worry if that sounds a little confusing. I'll include some links in the description that explain how you can consolidate your loans if you need to. To stay on track, you need to submit an Employment Certification Form, or ECF, every year. This form lets the Department of Education know that you're working for a qualifying employer and making those important qualifying payments. Think of this form as your PSLF progress tracker. It ensures you're on the right path, so make sure to fill it out regularly. Once you've made your 120 qualifying payments and are still employed by a qualifying organization, you can finally apply for forgiveness. At this point, your remaining loan balance will be forgiven tax-free on the federal level. It's important to note that you may incur taxes on the state level, so it is important to check with your state regarding their rules around student loan forgiveness. Before you go, here are some common pitfalls to avoid. 1. Not submitting your ECF regularly. If you don't submit this form, you can lose credit for qualifying payments you've made. Being on the wrong repayment plan. Make sure you're on an income-driven repayment plan like income-based repayment, IBR, standard repayment plans won't count towards PSLF. Not consolidating your non-direct loans. Remember, only direct loans qualify. If you have other types like FFEL or Perkins loans, you'll need to consolidate them first. And there you have it, everything you need to know about public service loan forgiveness. If you're working in public service, this program could be a game changer for your financial future. Just make sure you're following the steps, staying on top of your paperwork, and avoiding those common mistakes. Got questions or need help figuring out if you qualify? Drop them in the comments below and we'll do our best to help. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on managing your finances. Until next time, keep crushing those goals and working towards financial freedom.